Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New Orleans Saints. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Levis going to the air right away. And his first pass is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second down. In his seventh season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Levis on 3rd down. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run forward with Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Willis now off play action. And a quick throw here. That's complete. No gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
3rd and goal, Willis. And it's caught in the end zone Touchdown, Tennessee. Chigga a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Taken down by Pete Werner. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Willis. Flushed out right. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Back to throw, Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Kamara up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. chance. This is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. 3rd and short. It's Levis throwing out right here. Caught by Olave. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. Well, for the Titans in 2023, they figure to be a team that battles for a division title. At least that's what it looks like from my vantage point, Charles. What do you think needs to go right for them to win the AFC South?
I think some retooling, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And when you start with the offensive line, their pride and joy, they've got to rebuild that part of the team, because that's the engine that makes their offense run. Everything comes off the fact that their offensive line usually controls the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9 here.
7 Pirates!
3rd down, it's Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Tyjae Spears, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. 14, Saints, nothing. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Levis. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Levis from the gun. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Levis now on 2nd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Third down and 13. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wait.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over. 50. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Come on.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Ready?
2nd down. Here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Warriors 17, 19 Lions.
Running from the gun with Henry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Ready?
2nd and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 20. Line.
Ready, set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Go.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Bryan Bresee, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Big Lions. Ready.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 20. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Levis to throw it. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
2nd down, here's Levis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Third and goal, here's Levis. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Willis to throw on second. Complete to Hilton. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henry up the middle, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Mustang 19.
Willis out of the gun. He gets this one to Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Now here's Burks on the jet sweep. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the...
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Play action. Here's Willis. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they... Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 37.
Now Levis. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Caleb Farley. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 35. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Willis. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's complete, Burks. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now Willis on a bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack. And it brings up third down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do. Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Dragon 60. Ready.
Now Willis on 4th down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now 3rd down and 7.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Let's go.
3rd down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negative.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. Escapes the defender. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Levis. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Come on, set!
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize